The UBC is produced by Backgammon Galaxy. Play among the stars. The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app is coming soon. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more. Hi there, this is the amazing team who made the UBC production that you're watching right now. You can support us by donating any amount using the YouTube Super Chat. Just click the dollar icon in the chat window to get started. Donate $25 or more to get our eternal gratitude. Donate $50 to get a personal shout out by Marc Olsen in an exclusive video. Donate $100 to get a signed copy of the event poster and a shout out. Thank you so much for your support. Get the limited edition signed poster by donating $100 in the YouTube Super Chat. Your donations will support the hardworking team who made the UBC a reality. Thank you so much.
What's up, Backgammon fans? This is the UBC Ultimate Backgammon Championship final, Mochy versus Dirk, and we're heading into match 8. So far the score is 11-3 for Mochy. Mochy is playing an average PR of 2.1 on the UBC settings, and Dirk is struggling a bit with 3.8, which is way higher than he expected, but of course it's still world class, but he's probably disappointed. What do you think so far, Nick?
Yeah, we did those interviews between matches 7 and 8 too, and kind of getting their feelings, and I feel bad for Dirk just like running into all this, but it's so exciting for Mochy talking through him, and that target of 2.25 Super-Grandmaster level 2, I think, and that's like a real thing that someone's going to chase. Yes. I don't know. It's just an unbelievable performance from him. But yeah, of course, I'm hoping to see Dirk catch up with his game and get sharp and show us more of that. What was it, match 2 where he played a 1 or something like that? Like he can get that down there. So
for sure he can.
Yeah.
He still can He it's like pushing the boundaries for what's humanly possible.
Yeah.
It's
But
super
of course, every match now, the entire competition is on the line. If Mochy wins 2 points here in match 8, that'll lock it up, and he'll be
Yes.
the UBC champion this year.
cool. That's right. The
Yeah.
first player to achieve 13 points will be the champion, and there's no need to play more matches.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're off here.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about that too, like you'd love to, you might be tempted to say like Dirk could use some help from Mochy too, but Mochy's just not giving it to him. He's playing really his
Yes.
true A game, A
And-
plus game.
And A+ game, yeah. And we
Yeah.
have to remember that this is the UBC analysis setting. It's XG++ on all decisions. The BMAP, where you achieve Grandmaster status, that's a lower analysis setting. So Mochy is probably averaging below a 2.0 right now in the BMAP setting.
Oh wow, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Good
He
move,
has
by the way,
been,
by
yeah.
Mochy.
Yeah, I cleaning up the blot fields for is pretty natural. Even though you've made the deuce point, it's probably a little loose to continue the blitz game plan this early like that. That committed to it.
And here, Dirk simply needs to consolidate his position.
Mm-hmm.
He has a racing lead, so he doesn't want to get hit. Yeah, it's a good play. Nice and simple.
Game. Yeah. This, I presume, is going to bring another checker in the zone.
Yeah, it's not really a good roll.
No, but 13 to 8 is nice for distribution. You know,
Yes.
so we'll just use
The,
it.
the problem, I think 13-8 is probably the way to go. The problem, though, is that you have 3 checkers deep in the inner board.
Mhm.
Oh, look at the hint. It actually prefers
Wow.
the hitting play. That's interesting. And the
22.
second best play seems to be coming out. So coming out is, so it is better to address that back checker problem. You don't want to
Yeah.
have 3 checkers stuck in deep. It just takes priority over 13 to 8.
Very interesting. Yeah, I guess sixes are duplicated in a way to you prefer to be running, not really that interested in hitting on
That's
the bar
right.
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an unusual play to hit loose and break your 8 point.
Yeah.
But I think the idea is that Dirk is threatening to run,
Yeah.
and you want to attack that one last checker, so he doesn't escape and achieve freedom.
Anchors up. This is a huge improvement.
Yes, definitely. And an anchor is always better than a loose hit. Well, nothing is certain in backgammon, but
Yeah.
that's probably a pretty good rule.
Making the point behind the anchor is usually not all that desirable, but when you have the goalkeeper there, it helps a little bit. You want to put some pressure on that to get him out of your hair. Yeah, this seems to be the only 6. Where's the best 2? Just continue to the 5, I would think. But they've been finding these plays where they park it on the bar and bring another checker down.
Yeah, the problem here though is that you strip the midpoint if you play 13
Okay.
to 11, and you leave some more shots and 2 blots instead of 1.
It's not a play that's been in my repertoire before this weekend. Maybe I'll remember it now, though. We'll see. Oh, this is a good shot.
Now Mochy has a decision here. He can actually choose between which early back game. I mean, there are 3 choices here. He can stay in the 1-4, he can step up to the 1-5, or he can play the mid-range back game of a 2-4 back game here.
So I think actually it's a decision between a back game or not. I think if he moves up to the 20, then he's choosing a holding game, and he's likely to leave that 24 as soon as possible. But he has that offensive option too of just splitting him back and actually making the 5. That's the thing that I see too. Yeah, like this. Like, I mean, maybe you just play your holding game, hope to make something else later.
It's usually not the right idea to
Yeah.
split your double anchor,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're like really running out of mobility.
But
Here,
also, you don't have a ton of timing here, and it's not, I don't know if you need to commit to it yet, you know, and the 5 points just very good.
yeah, that's the best play. Mochy sees it. He
Yeah.
finds the best play. Very impressive.
Very nice.
It's the 1-5 back game is a very weak back game, and
Yes.
as you said, Nick, it kind of plays out as more as a holding game.
Mhm.
The 2-4 back game, and this is like the early stage of a back game. It's kind of less it has less commitment. You can play
Yeah.
a holding game, you can play a back game. It's the timing sweet spot is not too far behind, and the race not too close either. So it's just like a very nice move he made, and then he
This
just
is-
waits for to build his front position.
This 3s, I don't know how he finds the best play here. Of course, you want to make the 5, and if you do, you come around, but it feels so natural to just bring 3 checkers to the 10 point to me, and hope to make that later. Great shot from Mochy, too. Of
Is
course
he
you have to
gonna
go.
hit? No, he's
Oh,
not gonna hit. This
interesting.
is a premature back game hit. He has such a powerful
Wow.
mid-range back game here. Yeah. This
If
is the
he
way to
does it.
go.
Yeah, okay.
He has the timing. Very good play by the Super-Grandmaster. Very good play.
That makes it, that must be part of why the threes play was best as well, if he's not likely to hit that checker on the 10 anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
6-5, we're going to give up an anchor of the mid.
I
What do
think we
gotta
give
get
up a
rid of?
mid. I think we're gonna give up a mid.
You rarely want to do that, just because it like allows so much priming potential for your opponent to just spread out in the
Wow,
outfield,
he
but I guess
finds the
has good
very
control.
best variant here.
Yeah.
And Hussein is gonna XG plus it. Very, very good play, I think, by
And
Mochy.
Dirk's trying to figure out if he has a cube already, of course, with questionable
Ah,
timing.
That's the key here.
Yeah.
Because if the timing had been great, this would be way too early.
Mhm.
But the moment you start realizing the timing to be questionable, that's when you have to think about cubing. And it was actually a small cube here cloning to XG3 ply, but let's see the plus analysis maybe.
0.001.
Oh, yeah, it's very, very close.
Can't be closer. It's
Yeah.
a nice find with the 6-5 maybe too. I would have actually. Oh no, sorry, it's second best by a little bit. The 2 down seems natural.
2
you know?
down. Yeah, you want to stay flexible when the defensive player is still underdeveloped. Oh, Mochy's looking at breaking the back game. That's not good.
Yeah, he's realizing that he's just so out of time that it's getting scary. So he's gonna look at it.
He's in the
Hossein can't find it. It's going down the list.
so he has to move it manually. Okay, he found the best play. Both Mochy and Hussein.
Oh, okay, 5 has to be down. There's no other 5, and then we're just gonna cover with the 4, I guess.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be forced into putting that blop there. And Mochy's still not quite ready. He
He's
can
still
make his
not
board
quite
with a
ready.
lot of hitters.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think you just make the pure play here, but it's tempting to consolidate blots in case you get a shot soon.
Mhm.
Is this close to best?
It's very
Okay.
close.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
It's fine. So now Dirk. The key here is the timing.
Mhm.
Does Mochy have sufficient timing here to have a strong back game? I think it's questionable. And as we can see here from the analysis, let's see the XG plus analysis. Okay, it's pretty clear no double still. It means
Yeah.
that Dirk's timing, Mochy's timing is still reasonable.
I don't think it's as much about timing as that there's a little bit more than a back game going on here with the mid still to clear, with Dirk having some out of play checkers behind and things like that. So if Mochy has to like prematurely leave an anchor here, he's still got some interesting contact value and things like that.
Oh yes.
And Dirk might be happy to cash if he can at that point anyway, right?
I mean, the way I see this is like the mid stage of a back game.
Exactly. We're not defined yet, yeah.
We are defined actually,
Okay.
but
Oh,
we're not
yeah,
in the late stage. The late stage starts when we start to clear the points in the prime structure. So the early stage is when you still have back checkers. The mid stage is when kind of like you achieve the full freedom. But you still need the midpoint to be cleared.
Yeah.
And now we're like just between the middle and the late stage of the back game.
Small inefficiency there. You should just play down and get closer to home
Yeah.
instead of taking away his
5-4.
options. 5-4 hits now.
Yeah, that's the
Didn't look
joke.
the other way.
Yeah, so good for Dirk that he didn't double here.
Yeah, and now what is this for Mochy? He's immediately going to have to think about it with a 5-point board and a checker stuck behind it, but it seems like there's work to do to leave the 23.
It's definitely a pass, but the question is whether it's too good to double or not.
Oh, really? This is definitely a pass?
Yeah, isn't it?
I don't know.
He's
I get
got a
tricked by these
broken
all
four
the time.
prime. I think this is definitely a pass, but I don't think it's too good because
Yeah.
he has some work to do.
This is
Oh,
a take.
really?
Yeah.
You're
No,
okay. It's
plus,
close.
plus,
Okay.
close pass. Yeah.
So it seems like I was way off here because I was thinking this was a big pass.
yeah, these
So
trick
I'm
me all the time.
underestimating the prime structure of Dirk here.
Well, there's a little bit prime structure, and then there's also 38 pips in the
Yeah,
race.
yes.
You're not like close, and you don't risk very many gammons. So I'm always very tempted in these to just try to see if I have many rolls to roll an ace and try to escape and just run around, you know?
Yeah.
That can happen.
Let's see the XG plus or the XG plus plus analysis here.
I see what you're afraid of though, like a 1-4, a 1-5 is the bad one. right?
Yeah, I
That's
think
probably your worst.
it
Yeah.
seems to be a good pass from Dirk here.
1-3
But small
doesn't
one,
work either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I thought this was a big pass. So I'm learning something here as well.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app is coming soon. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more.
Those aren't intuitive to me at all. It's like the main struggle I have is I just don't see it, like exactly where that threshold is in those positions, you know?
Yeah, it's difficult because you kind of have to evaluate the prime strength of Dirk here. But I was just seeing weakness, like he has 2 checkers on the ace point, he has a stack, he has a gap.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 38 pips, you know, he could just come in with an ace and roll a 6 and win the race.
Yeah.
And have a little bit of prime value as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one, 6-5.
And we get to the 1-0 scoreline again.
Oh yes, for the second time so far.
Maybe this will be the chink in Mochy's armor, you know, that he just hasn't studied the score. So what can he do? 6-5. I would just link up.
Yeah.
No, he's down in the race, so he does want some contact. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah. I think if we're leading the race, then it makes sense. But yeah, this.
If we're leading the race, we might consider just running from 24, right?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
this is the flexible move, where you have a builder.
Mm.
That's
Threes
great.
is a great shot.
That's really great. How do you play it though?
We must make the 10. We must
Yeah.
make the 5, and then
Will
what's
it
the
really?
last one?
I'm not sure we're making the 5 here.
I'm not sure, but I want to.
I think I'm just making the 3-point like Mochy here.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
pretty standard in a
Yes.
slot the 5 with it, maybe. Or
This
down.
one.
This is good too.
Yeah, it's nice and flexible. Good
Yeah, your standard
distribution.
should be to unstack 2 points when you roll those 3s early game.
Yeah.
I guess he's getting closer in the race too now, so he doesn't want to be hit. Okay.
Yes, that's right. He
Yeah.
does not want to be hit.
This looks like it's going to start 2 points.
Double slot, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see anything else.
Slightly different game plans for both sides, but
Yes.
very close.
It's not a mutual holding game because Mochy only has 1 man back, but it kind of plays out like that because of the race.
Now, is the
being
race
so
good
equal.
enough to think about 18 to 16? I don't think so. So my instinct is 10 to 4 off the bat. But you got to look at it. I
You
mean,
got to
this
look at it
definitely-
and count the pips.
This is freedom. This is going to be easier to play later, but you tend to only want to do this when you're like certain of your game plan, and it's close. Yeah, okay.
It's rather close.
Yeah.
He's not quite enough ahead in the race to give up this crucial
Mhm.
point of contact.
Yeah.
It's not quite there. That was an error from Dirk.
Down and make the 4 makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, this is a question whether you want immediate strength or you want to postpone it a little bit and then have more strength in the future. And Mochy goes for immediate strength here.
But you have
with a
5
slightly
shots
in-
now. Yeah,
That's the
you might
thing,
continue to.
exactly.
Yeah.
And when you have 1 man back,
Yeah.
you're constantly in a battle for freedom.
Yeah.
So it's a liability if you have a weak inner board.
Mhm.
So in 1 man back positions, you tend to favor immediate inner board strength.
Yeah. Both these from the 8 makes a lot of sense to me. We're just trying to kind of build naturally, and even though we talked about the Blotzen board, I think this is, you still want a slot 1, you know.
Oh yeah, slotting.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is
Yeah.
fine. I mean, you don't want to take that
We just
principle
had a
to the
nice
extreme.
tactical opportunity last turn to clean it up.
Yes, that's right,
So we'll
that's
do it,
right.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, do we keep a double slot or
Yeah.
do we make some points?
And this is
Okay.
a very nice cube. It's
Uh-huh.
this tends to be so against full freedom against the single checker back. If you're going to take this, you want to start by having a stronger board. It's at least comparable here, and then you need to be pretty close in the race. If you're down like 10 to 15, you're getting into past territory. So thinking about any race lead and sending the cube, like
Yes.
it's very
Good.
accurate. in
Very
thinking
good.
about
Very
sending
good.
this. Yeah.
And Mochy just needed to count the race and be sure that he actually has racing value.
Yeah.
That I think that is the main key of these 1 man back defined positions.
Mhm.
If you're down in the race so much that you couldn't even take it in a pure race,
Mhm.
then you have a problem if you're the
Yeah.
1 man back player.
Yeah.
You have a combination of race value and contact value, basically.
Yeah, well, actually, I was going to say, I think the contact value with a single checker back is very deceptive. Like you really,
It depends,
you're
right?
so much under
It
so
dep-
much pressure that it's a rarity that you can keep that. You're really trying to escape, and it becomes your single game plan is to escape and play a race.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends on the offensive player's structure and flexibility.
Mhm.
And it also depends on our front position or the defensive player's front position. If he's
Yes.
crunched, then you're hopeless. Then you only have the race, right?
This is interesting here. I think the step up with the 2 seems really important, but of course, you'd like to have the good board. to
Yeah.
threaten later. So he's looking at the cover. But I feel like you just have to be on the 22 to capitalize on the race like we talked about. And they're so close.
It's one of those decisions that are it's super difficult for a human being to
Yeah.
find the best play, but we get to see the extreme gammon analysis result being super close.
This is another nice outfield point. I would just go for that.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
oh yes, it's very nice to make outfield points. It blocks, it's active builders, it's active attackers if you need to attack.
What an odd structure Dirk has here, though.
It's fine actually. You know,
yeah.
you want structure. It's great for
Yeah.
containment that you have structure.
Wouldn't say it's bad. It's just funny looking. Gabson, he has this like random outfield prime with points made too. You know, you don't see it too often.
Yeah.
This looks like a solid play there too. And Mochy, I think, prefers not to have stepped up to the 22 after Dirk makes the 9 like that too. So
Yeah.
rewarded for his play.
Yeah. We've talked about this idea a little bit in the previous matches that when you're priming
Ooh,
your opponent.
here's a decision.
What's the
afford to
race
come
here?
up?
Oh,
It's
it's
close,
too
but that's your game
Oh
plan.
yeah, it is close actually. I thought it was going to
No,
be
the
too
race
big.
is close, but
The decision
yeah.
is close as well.
yeah,
It's just that if you don't step up, you're really getting primed.
yeah.
But
I
if
mean,
you step up, you might just get blitzed.
I think a big
So-
part of it, well, you might just get blitzed, yeah, and so you can save some gammons, but if he makes the 5 point and you're on it or you're not on it, you've lost this game.
That's right. That's
So
a
you
great.
might as well be there for when he
Yes.
doesn't make it.
You be there to gain on the upside, which is when
Yes.
either he doesn't make it, you can escape into a race where it's
Yeah.
kind of even, and if he hits you loose, actually he can't really hit you loose because you have the stronger inner board.
Actually,
And
I guess there must be rolls like 4-3 or sorry, like 5-4 that would make the 3 point. That now can't do that. in
That's
front of
right
him,
because of the blot out
because we
there.
challenged that block
That's
too.
right. It's a
A
great
little bit of
point, Nick.
tactics, yeah.
That's a really
Um,
great point.
I don't see what else is happening here though. Sixes plays different. Sixes plays a lot different for Dirk
This is
when he makes a play.
it's one of these plays where Mochy is just the master at figuring out over the board. Okay,
Yeah,
so
he's
he
gonna
plays.
stay back.
Is that the top one move he just made?
13 to 12.
Oh,
8
is
to
this one?
4.
It's completely
Small miss, but yeah.
no. There's the 6 prime.
And no, I guess he's happy when Dirk rolls that to be back. Now do we want to be up?
I don't
Where
think
the 3's
so.
coming in for sure, and there aren't that many gammons at risk anymore
This
after we
is,
make
oh,
this
this is
play.
not the right. This is not the right idea. You might lose a gammon here. It's better to just get. Nah.
No, I'm
this,
saying there's 10 outside, so it's only like
this is a
10-ish
bad
percent.
play for Mochy, I think.
Ah,
I mean, yeah, but
Could be.
you could lose gammon. How many gammon? If you get closed out here, you're probably losing how many? 15% gammon or something like this after a closeout.
yeah, if you don't move any more checkers, it's got to be
Yes.
around 15.
That's why it's better to stay back and make sure that when you get closed out, it's just like
But what about this
3% gammon.
upside? There's not that many pointing numbers. There's just 6, 5, 4 on the high side. He's likely to clear the back point, and now you can roll a 6 and race, where before you couldn't.
yeah, maybe you're right, but yeah, maybe you're right. It's just, but it was an error though.
I think so.
It was an
yeah,
error
I
to
think
step
it
up.
was maybe sizable too. I didn't
Yeah.
see it on plus plus or anything like that. Maybe
Okay.
we'll go back to it. But
Mochy is gonna make the
Yeah.
6 prime here. So 1 point X for both players so far in the PR.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Okay, Mochy chooses the gammon saving ace here. The last ace he played 7 to 6 instead of getting the
Yeah.
6 prime.
And the story continues for Dirk. Of course, we just can't get the natural joker, the closeout, and win a easy coast home to a closeout in Gammon.
There's the
running for
6.
Sure. Running for sure.
But hey, look at the race. Dirk just rolled high numbers as well. So if Mochy runs, he's gonna be down 11 pips.
But what do we
but-
gain by staying? Like, there's
yeah.
definitely a racing value, and this is
That's true.
like,
That's
yeah.
true. I mean, I think the right play is running, but Mochy's gonna have a look here because
12-1 is actually close. Okay, I
there-
would not have guessed that in the ballpark.
that's right.
Yeah.
Because Dirk just buried 4 checkers behind Mochy's blot. You know, so there is a little bit of one man holding.
His position's gotten very impure, and Mochy's is perfect. So.
Yeah, but Mochy chooses to go for the race, which is correct.
Mhm.
He's down 11 pips. Dirk is on roll, so he's probably like down to like 17-18% winning chances or something before that roll.
Plus, factor in how Mochy's been rolling all weekend, and it's pretty scary for Dirk right now.
And then we get into these long race positions, which are good for the PRs because it's easy decisions. and they're gonna grind their PR down. This is in Mochy's favor at the moment because he's leading in the average PR.
This is the best play that he's found, but this is a little. I see that the 6-3 is an interesting consideration because you don't have a ton of spares in the 6 in that open 3 gap.
Yeah.
The open 3 is okay as long as you have checkers on the 6. But when you don't, then it gets to be a problem. Now you're playing at like 4s off the high points too, you know?
Yes. It was a small mistake.
They were
So
very close. I didn't
they
see
were very
the
close. I think it was 17 millipoints or something.
plus might change its mind or something too.
Yeah,
Who knows?
that's right.
2-3, I think he's gonna, there you go.
Okay,
Yep,
Dirk has a big edge here in this race. I think he's like a
doing well.
85%, 83% favorite or something. Maybe more. Yeah, 88%, I think it's up to now. I can't really see the numbers too well.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, what do you think about the new Void board? This is the 2022 Galaxy board edition. It's the first time we display it to the world.
Yeah. That's super nice. The void board is specifically the wood, the black stained beach.
That's right.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have a
okay.
special inlay color and checker color for this board, which is actually black on black, and you wouldn't think that it would be working,
Mhm.
but we tried it out now in real life, and it's actually super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an acquired taste, but it's maybe one of the coolest backgammon boards I've ever seen. This version is just the Neptune color,
Yeah.
the standard or classic Backgammon Galaxy, blue and white.
So
and,
this is void board with Neptune inlay.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Neptune
Void board.
checkers, yeah.
That's right. That's exactly
I
right.
really want to see the void board, void inlay, purple and white checkers. I think that's the combo.
Oh,
I don't know why.
yeah.
But yeah. We've seen the black. The black and white is really nice. It's actually like one of my last backgammon board variants. I had the black on black, and I really like that too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a sharp look.
The difference between the void board and the earth board is not too great. We in the void board we have the
Size wise, you mean?
it's the same dimensions.
Okay.
And so it's very similar. It's just the wood is different. It's painted this black wood, and then the bear-off trays are integrated in the board,
Mm.
like a conventional backgammon board.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of similar. It has a very similar feel to the
Yeah.
original Neptune board and to the earth board.
Oh, he's thinking about how to play his ace here. Okay. Thought he might have found his way to a cube decision, but this is pretty tight. So 5 off, and then this is interesting. It just feels so natural to play 6 to 5 and not miss on 5s here. What's the? Trying to see what the upside of 3 to 2 or 4 to 3 would be. They're very close.
He sure is taking his time on. Yeah, okay. That's a good find. You know, I mean, this is one of my weaknesses in the game. The bear off. I just find it so boring to study these types of positions, to be honest. But I should, you know.
I would
It's,
love it if I could find concepts that made it super clear to me every time. I love just like having parts of the game where you just know. you
But
know?
that's the problem with these positions. Is they're so computational. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like the middle game positions where you need to use pattern recognition and concepts and strategy and all that stuff. This is so
Sure.
computational.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the 5 to 2 is important to get the set.
So double
Fours.
4, 5, and 6s. No.
Wow.
2 points for Dirk.
Wow.
Well deserved. Both players are playing outstanding so far.
Wonder how many times this week he's had the match lead like this. This might be new.
I mean, Mochy has just been crushing it. Both
6 to 1 in match wins.
6 to 1 in match wins and playing at
Unbelievable.
2.1
Yeah, that's
on the XG++ setting. That's just next level stuff.
yeah, it's peak Mochy, man. It's intimidating.
Yeah. What did you call it? His A+ game.
Yeah. yeah.
He's pushing the boundaries.
yeah.
Okay, 6-1. This one is fun. I think we're gonna see 13 to 7 and 6 to 5.
Yeah. with
Oh yes, that's a nice and beautiful pure play.
Yeah.
He
And
strikes
that
back.
is natural. Yeah, it's cool to hear him say that kind of maybe the day one interviews talking about just. I don't know if he was always studying as hard before we had the UBC like competition and championship, but now it's like very motivating for him to have to like improve to be able to hold on to this title. And
That's
he's got
right.
a reason to. I guess before I don't know what reason he had to play at 2.1. You know? like 2.5 is good enough.
Yeah.
Just stay there.
I mean, I've heard Mochy say this several times that this really matters a lot to him.
Yeah.
He gets to display his dominance, you know. And I also like the way he said that one day he will be beat, and if it's to a better player, he doesn't mind at all.
Yeah.
He just wants to understand the game as deep as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But at the current moment in time, there's no question. Mochy is the guy.
Yeah.
He's the number one backgammon player. He's probably the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Been that way for so long too. It's just fascinating.
Yeah.
How do you catch up with him?
Yes. We need some new young
We've
talents.
Got 'em.
We got some. Yeah, I mean, number 1 and 2 on Backgammon Galaxy are 19 and 21 years old.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
I really think Dirk's there to give him a run for his money too. You know, I mean, he's struggling in this tournament, but he just knows so much. And to hear someone like that, that's like averaging whatever it's been in the past two tournaments, 2.8.
Oh, yes.
That is still able to categorize his mistakes and see clear leaks in his game, and he knows things he needs to change and study. Like that's, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
there's like he knows where he can do better. And
It
that's
seems
something-
that there is still
I'm a fan of the 2.8,
oh yeah,
of course,
there's a
yeah.
gap. It seems it might be that Dirk is just struggling to find his pattern recognition, and is kind of playing his B game. Of course, that's the case, but it seems that there is a difference between Mochy and everybody else in the world. But
Yeah.
I agree with you. Dirk is one of those players who could give Mochy a run for it,
Yeah.
and he's one of those. I mean, at the moment we only have one Super-Grandmaster in the world.
Mhm.
Dirk could be one of those few players who can actually become a Super-Grandmaster within the next couple of years.
Yeah. I expect it, really. You know, I don't see. I think he's committed to the game. He's got his book. He's finally gonna have some free time to study after this and really sharpen up on the things he's learning too. You know, I expect him to keep coming back
Yeah.
much better.
To achieve the Super Grandmaster title, you
Yeah.
need to play below 2.5 on the Extreme Gammon World Class settings. That's slightly more gentle than the UBC settings.
Mhm.
Over, is it 300 or 350 experience points?
It may have changed recently, but previously it was 300 experience points.
Okay.
So
Okay, so we see Dirk go for the freedom escape
Yeah.
here, and he succeeds. Or at least,
logical game plan with the one checker back.
yeah.
Mochy's got a hold, but he's down a lot in the race, and this could be.
This is a cube. This is a
Yeah.
cube. Because had this been a completely defined position, like
Mhm.
had that blot on Dirk's 14 point been safetied, this would probably be a double pass.
I think so too.
Because
And
it's
I think,
it's
yeah.
one of the strongest possible holding games with a pure 4' and perfect flexibility.
I think the only thing that, like you said, the blot on the 14 generates a take. I think.
Yes, exactly.
Look at this. It's still not a double. though, 'cause
Okay,
you don't
let's
have
see it
any
on
way to
XG
really
Plus.
define it.
Let's see it on XG Plus.
The thing about it is that that pass is pretty efficient, so you're still happy to use the cube that way when you get there.
I think you're into something here.
Yeah.
The match score.
You don't lose your market by that much.
Yeah.
All these kinds of things. Yeah. And
Sorry, it's just
right.
15 pips. I thought it was 24 pips. Okay, that's why it's a no double.
But
Had it been
15 with that against that particular anchor with the 4' in front of
Yes.
it. So against like a 20-point anchor, maybe this wouldn't be enough. But against the 21, it's different.
That's right.
Yeah.
And with a pure 4' sitting in
Yes.
front of the anchor.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a double 5. It leaves
Yeah.
a shot.
There
Okay.
really is a little bit of
It's
extra,
not a it's
yeah.
not a good roll. He's leaving a shot. It's not a good roll. So now Mochy wants to roll the 5. The crucial moment of the game, and he misses.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting how those the different anchor games play like significant. I mean, I don't know. When you're studying early on, they play pretty similar. You just want an anchor, you sit on it, you wait. But they each have their unique kind of characteristics. I'm sure
They
your
do.
holding game guru
That's right.
book gets into that.
Oh yes.
The 20 is just so clearly strong in its own way. It's just very racing oriented.
That's
Like
right.
The 18, you almost always have a take for the contact.
Yeah, as
then
long as the
the-
midpoint hasn't been
yeah.
cleared yet. That's
And
right.
The 21 is just you got to be careful about some of these where you're a little bit primed. There's an extra bit of vig for the attacker where you
Yes.
can't take quite as deep as that 20. You know?
Well, it depends on the structure. For instance, if the
Yes.
5 point is open or the 7 point is open,
yes.
then the 21 point actually has more contact value than the 20
Yeah.
point, but slightly less race value. So it's a trade-off between contact value and race value. They each have different timing sweet spots.
Yeah.
The deeper holding games, you
Pardon me.
You get the shots a little bit later on.
Yeah.
So if you're far down in the race, sometimes it's better to have a deeper anchor.
Seems like that happens more often, that you have that like 10 and 8 structure against the 21, and so. But I think the
That's
real
right.
feature there is just if there's a point that's 6 points away from your anchor, you almost always have a take.
That's true. Then it's almost unless there's a
That's
pure
gonna be
prime
difficult. Yeah,
in front of it. But
right. Yeah.
but of course, we want to recommend the new Backgammon Galaxy publication, written by Stig Rice, Holding Game Guru. It's a pretty outstanding book, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It goes deep into the holding game cube strategy.
I imagine that's like roughly the same material as learning from the Backgammon Learning Center when I got started out, and just having those kinds of references for when you get into these games just gives you this different kind of comfort with something that happens a lot in backgammon.
That's
Just,
right.
like,
It's
really
important.
knowing that part. It's
Really important to
studyable.
study it.
Yeah.
And this is why I have this categorization of the defined positions. It's because they're so studyable.
Yeah.
It's positions you get into
Look at
a
this.
lot.
Why am I can't believe that there's a choice other than 6 to 2, 4 to 1, but okay, he's gonna run.
He's
Finds it.
running.
Amazing.
Okay, that's really interesting. So I guess
Yeah.
he has to leave. Yeah, I'm surprised actually. I would have built the board here as well, thinking, or not worrying too much about losing a gammon.
Yeah.
But it seems that Mochy was right.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Something he's seen.
Yes, he's sharp.
Yeah. Precision. He talked about that, like with the some opening moves and things like that. I've gotten kind of more loose with that, and I'm trying to find the strategic stuff like you've talked about. But yeah, Mochy's definitely the kind of player that talks about playing precise specifically. Like if he
Yeah.
has a way to know how to make exactly the .005 better play, then why wouldn't he do that, right? And
That's
he's just
right.
been in the game so long that he does have ways to get there. So
He's the number one.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason for it.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, now we're down to 0.9 in Mochy's PR and 1.1 in Dirk's PR. So the PR race is still completely up for grabs.
Lights out backgammon. Yeah, Dirk doesn't need a ton of luck to stay alive here. The match win, of course, is crucial.
Yes,
And
Mochy
the
is-
PR can still happen. Yeah.
that's right. Mochy is 2 tournament points away from winning the championship final.
Mhm.
So Dirk needs he needs to play his absolute A game, and he needs a bit of luck as well to
Yeah.
catch up and make a comeback.
If I've ever seen a backgammon tournament, it's hard for me to imagine him not going on a 10-point streak here. It just seems like how the game works. I told him that earlier.
So 2 points for Dirk,
Yeah.
4-1, and a very close PR race. Basically, whoever makes the next mistake is gonna be behind in the PR race.
Yeah.
So very exciting situation here.
Not even blunder, right? You better
Yeah,
not
just
lose on
like half a
5.
blunder. Yeah, half a blunder, and then you're behind.
That is a funny thing about backgammon, though. Like, the most unlikely things come up, and it seems like, how could that ever happen? And the way they tend to happen is just one piece at a time, right? Like, you're down 0-6 Crawford, and you win one game, and you get closer, 1 away, 6 away, right? And then you win one more. And I don't know, just spectacular things happen all the time in
That's
this
right.
game. Okay, Mochy trailing 6 away, 3 away is going to be a little more aggressive with the cube too. Dirk having a good start. I'm pretty sure he wants to split into this. And no, it's not quite the best play. 11 to 10 to make that builder a little more active. Okay.
He might
Okay.
be considering slotting the 7 point here. That might be one of the things. Okay, he didn't.
Yeah.
And it's not correct, by the way, but it's
Interesting.
one of those situations where you might actually consider it. You're down in the race, you can get into a clear priming advantage, and you're duplicating the 6s.
I'm not sure why he doesn't want to split
Oh.
though. I would have thought to split.
With the 5-3?
No, with the 1-1.
With the 1-1.
Last dice, yeah.
I think it's because he's inviting him into a priming battle.
I see. Okay.
He has the advantage in the priming
yeah.
battle. You know, he's
Good
more
point.
pure. He's down 5 pips, so he has better timing.
Here we go. This is the Dirk that can hit shots. He's back. He's doing it.
Yeah. I mean, okay, that's
Oh,
an
what a
amazing response from
Oh wow.
the
Okay.
world champion Super-Grandmaster.
Here's another one where I might get tricked into playing 24 to 23 and not seeing the second hit, but okay.
What about this? What
Oh,
about
trailing even for Mochy? I think you can have 3
this?
checkers on the 24.
It
This is
seems a
nothing.
bit crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's too crazy.
Okay, and making the structure is nice, but getting your back checkers moving is nice.
That's
what do
two
you do?
very good sixes you have to choose from here.
Yeah.
Because it's such a liability to have 3 checkers on the 24 point. And look, it is actually better to just come out.
Wow.
It's better. Even though it's also tremendous to make the 7 point
I guess it's
as a blocking point.
Yeah,
You
actually,
need
I
to
don't have
come
a good reason
out.
for it. You just have to do it.
Yeah. It's like when you're just scanning the board here, your biggest weakness are the 3 deep
This is a
checkers.
very easy
Okay,
mistake
so
to make, though.
it's a
That
very
could
easy
swing
mistake. And that swings the now Dirk is actually leading the PR race.
And now he has
Very
something
cool.
to think about, right?
Look at this.
could
1.2
be-
for Mochy, 1.0 for Dirk.
This could be in cube territory now. Okay, he doesn't stop to think about
Okay, he
Makes
was
it fun.
correct. He was correct.
it. Yeah, he's still losing. Okay.
It's still it's still too big a
Got it.
liability, but this is gonna be. I mean, okay,
5
that's
primes, pretty
dance. It's
good.
almost too
5
good
primes,
now.
pretty good.
This
But he
is-
has this huge problem with the divided armies.
Yeah,
with
that's
4
why.
checkers,
That's why it's not.
3 back on
That's
there,
not
yeah.
definitely not too good.
And
Oh, it's even a
look at the
take.
decision he's
It's
going to
even.
give
It's
Dirk
even
if
a
he
take.
sends this.
It's
This
even
is
a take.
big pass at the score.
Okay, XG
that's
plus
yeah.
is a pass. Like the reason this isn't too good is because you could actually get reprimed here. There's a big risk to taking to rolling on too good, and I'm
With
surprised.
4 checkers back, I'm not, like, just never thinking about too good. There's so much
Yes.
game here.
Oh look, I think he's playing on too good.
Oh, no.
Or maybe he's not a no double. I don't know if he thinks this is a no double or thinks it's too good to double. But either way, is plausible. But that was another mistake from Mochy. It's starting to look good for Dirk now in
Yeah.
this match.
Really good. Other than the 2 or 4 match points that Mochy's about to win,
Yes.
probably it's a pretty good position for him. So he's going to need a little bit of dice turnaround luck too, you know.
Yeah.
But the PR is looking good.
It's
Yeah.
actually a priming battle. Okay, this is good. He
What
comes
does
in.
this for, dude? Does
It
have to-
hits. It hits.
It has to,
Yeah,
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 'cause
yeah.
of the
You
double
hit.
shot,
you-
otherwise,
this is
what
a
can you do?
priming battle, and
Yeah.
I mean, yes, Mochy has a huge advantage in terms of structure. It's
Oh,
like a
no.
level 3 priming structure.
Oh no!
But,
this is another very difficult cube. that he
Oh,
might
that's
have to
right.
eat
There's
from
another.
Mochy.
There's another blunder potential here.
Yeah.
DX assets in this position are timing advantage in a priming battle. Okay, that's a good cube from Mochy. Very, very sharp cube. He dodges the blunder bullet.
Well, Mochy
And-
is on the bar. Is he gonna find a take here?
He's gonna. This is a tough decision for Dirk. I'm
Oh.
telling you, this is a super tough decision because he recognizes that he kind of has a timing advantage. Because he has the midpoint. Mochy's kind of position kind of broke off in 2, between the front and back.
It's just like
Mo-
really unlikely even that Mochy cleans up his position on next roll, and he's gonna have a ton of tactical like fun to have with those blots in the outfield.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's plenty of rolls here, but plenty of sequences that Dirk can even become a favorite after this sequence.
Did we see this on plus plus? Does it swing to pass?
Oh
Does it
yeah,
get
let's
stronger?
see the plus analysis here. I think Dirk is gonna take his time here. This
Yeah,
is
this is a
a
big decision.
super tough decision.
About the same.
Okay,
on
yeah,
plus
it's a
plus,
take.
okay.
It's a take. He has high winning chances here because of those things we mentioned. A timing advantage.
Yeah.
His prime is more backloaded. Again, this is good for timing.
There's
Look,
just so
Dirk
many
is running through the
factors, though.
numbers.
Like, I mean, you
Yes.
might have trouble evaluating this for money. You might just decide it's not a cube or something like that. But at the score, like, you kind of get distracted by all those other, like, what are the gammons and all these things
That's
first.
exactly,
And
that's-
it's hard to remember that, like, if this is not a cube for money.
Let's see. Okay, he drops it.
oh,
Okay,
yeah,
he drops
it's not
it.
too bad.
Improve your backgammon skills by reading the best books on the market. Available on Amazon. Links in the description below.
Howdy, partner. Pack your board and head on down to the 9th Texas Backgammon Championships, February 9 to 13th at the Gunner Hotel, San Antonio. See you there.
Not too bad.
I think the PR is very close now.
Yes.
I think Dirk just gave back the equity that Mochy also threw
That's
away.
tough. You think
That's a tough, very, very tough decision.
you've got to decide it's, I don't know. Can you decide that's not a cube for money? Maybe you can take that a little easier.
That's right. That's a good rule of thumb. If it wasn't a cube for money, but it's I think
Kind
I
of
would.
doubt it from the bar.
Yeah, but I would probably double anyway, to be honest. But maybe it isn't a cube for money.
A human double, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a human double. That's right. It looks scary, you know. You're
Yeah.
shooting at a blot, and you have the perfect 5-point prime.
But you just obviously have so much work to do. You know, you don't have anything established in the third quadrant in the mid.
Oh wow.
three
Always,
checkers back.
always look at the switching plays with double one and double two.
Yeah, I
However,
noticed this all the
however, it's not the right thing to do here because you're lacking ammunition. But always have a look at it because most players don't even see it.
Do we have to split against this priming structure now?
I
And in
think
the zone is
so.
kind of competing. It's tough.
There's a four.
very close.
Sorry, there's a four to play. Sorry, I thought. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was confused. I thought he had an ace to play.
Okay.
The minor split might have been good.
Mhm.
Okay, it's actually not that far behind to split to the 20 point.
No.
Okay, that's a great shot from
You split
Mochy.
against that 11,
No.
11 and 4, the double twos open more often than you might think.
Uh-huh.
This is a good shot.
Diek
what do we do
needs.
with the
I think
six?
he has to play safe, to be honest.
9 to 3, yeah.
And now the
Oh,
cube
and
is
just
coming,
pass.
and it's even a drop. Okay,
5-way,
we see it
3-way,
from-
we forgot to mention that this is a sensitive score, and so
It
with
is.
some threats, it's going to be
That's
tough
right.
to take. Yeah.
There's no need to. Yeah, you just play like this, Dirk, and
You can't really lose equity on it, though, because of the cube
That's
action,
right, he
unless
can't make a
messes up the
mistake.
cube afterward.
and this is such an easy cube for Mochy to find. Trailing 5 away, 3
Yeah.
away.
Is it a difficult one for Dirk to let go? Probably not.
I mean, I think he's gonna think about it here. He's only down 15.
But it looks like a cube for money, right?
But oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's he drops quickly. Okay.
Big pass.
Okay, and it's a big pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Join the UBC 2022 Contender Tournament starting April 18th and the Estafter Annual starting April 21st.
Yeah, it was actually easy thinking
Yeah.
about.
It was a very strong cube for money. I think,
Very
even.
very easy cube to find and
Yeah.
very easy cube to drop at this
And
score.
we are at 4 away now. Okay.
That's our favorite score in this UBC
It's mine.
final so
Yours
far.
too?
The 4 away, 3
Have I
away.
talked you into it? Most popular score?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be.
I mean, it's even though Mochy claims that 2-0 is the most frequent score in a 7-point
Yeah.
match, it seems that we've been in this 4 away, 3 away situation quite a lot in this UBC final.
At this score, it must be 2 down.
Oh,
Chooses a split,
okay.
interesting.
That's interesting because for sure Mochy knows this. He knows that it's close, so it could be a stylistic choice. Maybe he wants to go for racing and holding games to get his PR down
Interesting.
and try to go for that.
Ooh, this is a fun decision. You must make the anchor, though.
Oh yes, anger triumphs,
6-2 just
trumps
usually hits, yeah.
loose hits.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. I mean, every now and then he just gets confused too, and
He is human.
forgets. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I know he's capable of making choices like that too.
for sure he is. I think it was a conscious choice.
Yeah.
That he kind of just tries to play now that his PR is looking so great. He knows his average PR
Yeah.
is so low.
That could be like a less
That-
rest of the tournament kind of adjustment too. It's just
It-
to like
yeah.
make him play these simple games and win it the
Yes.
hard way. Yeah. Could be a volatility kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. Also in terms of what kind of decisions you're getting,
Yeah.
what kind of cube actions you're getting. You know, if
Yeah.
you get into the priming battles and the blitz positions,
Mhm.
there's a big blunder potential there.
Mhm.
If you get into more holding games, it's difficult to make blunders in
Yeah.
those positions. At least for Mochy.
Of course.
Look at this. Dirk is leading in the PR now. 1.4 versus Mochy's 2.1. So it's still up for grabs. You know, any blunder would swing it.
They both had a blunder though too, so you're still winning that. one.
Yeah. And a blunder. Yeah. I think I'm winning quite big, actually.
I think I've given up on that. one.
Yeah. We were discussing earlier in the
18 to
in the
16,
final.
just break the contact. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. This was a mistake, actually,
I
right?
guess he doesn't like giving the good sixes.
What's the PR
but
now? Oh, okay, it wasn't a big
Why
mistake.
would you do that though? I mean, you're not even ahead in the race. That's bizarre. I don't understand that. Play.
You get to keep the 8-point, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That
Um,
is worse to have to give that up. Okay, you get to keep
And
all
the
your points.
the race is like.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good just to slide over to be 5 pips away instead of 6 or 4 pips away. Like it's so tricky to find that. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, look at this. Mochy's play was actually best at XG plus.
Okay.
But maybe
Yeah.
Hossein could check the third play as well. The middling play where you slide over to the 17 point to be 5 pips away. It's very
Yeah.
often correct.
And, somehow Dirk finds his 20 to 14.
Yeah.
Right away
Oh
with
yes,
the
look at
racing
this. The
lead.
middling
is
play.
tricky.
The middling play is correct.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. just sliding over to be 5 away. Then you're kind of still in the long range contact, but you're getting a little bit closer and having a little bit easier time clearing them in case you get ahead in the race.
20 to 14 is a hard one for me to find too. I'd probably end up with like 17 and 10 or something like that. No, that leaves a shot though. No, it wouldn't have. You could have done that, but yeah. 17 and 10, like the little bit of both play makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. I think it's also a racing and mobility thing.
Yeah.
And Dirk just figured it out the right way.
I hate making the 14 and 13 together though. It's so hard to deal with later. I've never had an easy time once I do that.
Yeah, you need to roll doubles to clear. But look at this. Mochy is now took the racing lead, but Dirk is gonna have a little bit easier time clearing the one of the two outer points. Not in this roll though.
It's gonna stack up the deuce, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Just gotta wait for Mochy to be squeezed off. He should be able to run, hopefully, from the 14 and leave an indirect at worst.
Yes, and yeah, Mochy wants to have immediate strength now because he's gonna get a fly shot. So he's gonna make the ace point here.
Yeah.
And Dirk is gonna clear the 14 point if he rolls something higher than 8, and he does, or higher than 7, sorry, 8 or above, and he does. So now we get
Pretty
that
perfect
7.
shot.
Yeah, so it's 6 out of 36 dice combinations here for Mochy to hit.
Oh, he's gonna think about it because if he hits, he could win a gammon. Interesting. I don't think so, but it's worth considering.
Had he had a close board here, the 6 shots might be enough.
Wow.
But look at the pip count; it's completely even. I mean,
Yeah.
Mochy has to think about this.
Yeah, even plus the swing on maybe win now.
It's
Yeah,
a no double.
I think
we
you're
can
right
see.
about that.
It's a no double. He needs at least a close board. Oh wow, he hits
Yeah.
it.
Perfect board, and I bet you're right. I bet you do have to ship it.
Yeah.
Then it is truly a last roll. This is just too much.
Yes. Okay.
And now he's gonna have to cash, or is this too good?
If he had the closeout, it's like 35% gammons or something
What's
like
the
this.
risk? Yeah. Okay, it's very close.
Yeah, there is some risk here to taking a shake.
I guess you might not get past the mid. It's so small. It feels
Yeah,
like
you
though.
might
And
not
if
get-
you close them out, it's your decent gammon's 25%. I guess it might not happen that easy that you close out.
That's right. It's going to be difficult to make the closeout.
Yeah.
That's one of the other things. Is so he's actually only 13.8% gammon here.
Yeah.
He takes the roll. Okay, that's it. Oh wait, no, he stops again. He stops again. I mean, there are some risk here, and the gammon rate is just not that high. It's not like taking a free roll here. It's not the concept of the free roll. There's risk involved. He might leave a couple of fly shots the next roll.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he
He
rolls,
might not though.
yeah, yeah, 6-1, 2-1, double 1, double 2
Sixes is
to
a
make
problem.
the 5 point. Okay, so he
Oh,
takes a
4-3 is a
roll.
great shot.
Again, a small mistake by Mochy. So Dirk is gonna
It's a wonderful play on roll, and
Take
now
us-
he's gonna have to cash it. Any 40 like.
yeah. Because what do you have? You have like
Well, you just got rid of 4 gammon
Ugly.
pips, which is almost 10%. So, well, actually, I think you have to play 13 and 9 because of that. But I
doesn't
would
really
have.
matter.
But yeah, the 2 is too much risk.
It
Okay.
doesn't really matter. Because this is a double pass.
Yeah.
Again, the gammon rate is quite low. It's
Yeah.
all the way down to 4% here.
Has to
Because-
roll a 2 and then close out.
Yes, he has to
That's-
roll a
that's
2 and
very
then win a
tough to do.
gammon from there.
Yeah.
And basically, if he rolls a 2, he's winning like 13-14% gammon.
Interesting that it's a smaller error to play on now,
It's because of the volatility is lower.
and he plays on.
He plays on. Like there's less risk now in
Yeah.
playing on. But there is, look at this, there is risk. He's chasing very little gammon here.
Why this instead of 5? I don't see this.
I
Same
guess it's
number of
just
shots.
more aggressive, like trying to hit after he rolls a 5. You get
I guess
more
yeah,
contact
you can roll
zone.
5.
But
There's gain on 5-4. Oh,
Mochy,
punished.
I think,
4-1 would have been closing the board.
yeah, 2.5 now for Mochy and 1.1 for Dirk.
Of course, these are
What?
very small technical things, but
Yeah.
also 2 good decisions are probably the most complicated cube thing left for me at this point. I really struggle with when to do those. I cash when I shouldn't all over the place. I'm rarely doing what Mochy's doing, which is playing on when I shouldn't. But yeah, I find them very difficult.
It is. There's some great theory explained in Dirk's new book, The Theory of Backgammon. He
Yeah.
basically explains like the mathematical framework behind it.
Sure.
And of course, it depends on not just how many gammons you win relative to how many singles you lose,
Yeah.
but also how much volatility do you have in the position. The
Mhm.
lower the volatility, the more likely it is that you can just take a free roll.
Yeah.
So it's complicated. It's really complicated, and also depends on the magnitude of the swing each way. Like, is the biggest downward swing is just going to go to double pass territory? Then it's probably okay to take a roll. If you get down to double take territory, but it's very close to the take point, then it's still quite efficient. Maybe you still want to take a roll. And if you can really like lose the entire game, then it's typically better to just cash the position. What's that going on here?
Even
The
score.
hand of a guy, and it was counted legal, and it
I
hit
think
the
it's
hand.
legal.
It's
It's
difficult.
London,
It's
London
just-
dice, I think.
I mean, in this role it didn't matter actually in my role, but in that role it was the decisive role for almost the tournament. So it was just like a huge, and it was of course on camera. So they checked the slow motion die went here and got back into.
But it's impossible to control the dice when he.
Yeah, but there's also this rule that when you manipulate in some way the dice roll with your body, then it's illegal. So is that manipulating when it's?
But it's opponent.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Okay.
a subject for your next board meeting.
We'll find out later.
Yeah, we found out it,
We'll
but
find
it's really cool. Like, you see their mentality about the game. Like, they can sit there and discuss positions right after they finish the game.
All week has felt like that too. Very respectful competitors with
Yes.
each other, happy to go for each other, to each other for advice. They're looking over the matches together afterward too, which is probably the coolest part of being here to me, is
Uh-huh.
to go stand by the computer afterward as they try to figure out how they made their mistakes.
Super cool. And
Yeah.
and Mochy hijacking Dirk's book 2 nights before the final started. Came down.
Presumably he just read it all, right?
Yeah, I think so. He had 2 nights, so he probably read a lot of it.
I think that textbook is going to take me 2 years to read, by the way. I've been through the proof for a few months now. And it's so good, but there's a lot in there. Yeah. All right, we're continuing
Yeah.
the blitz here. No cube decision. Yeah, I think just must be better to cover the ace. Of course,
Yes,
the
yes,
bar
yes,
point's
yes.
a better point.
No,
but
you're playing a blitzing game plan here. So you're
you
not
hate
trying
it
to
when,
prime.
when this happens, of course.
Yes, and Dirk is trying to play a priming game plan now.
Yep.
He's down in the race, so he needs to prime.
Yeah, he's
to
probably leading now, right? Doing well in this game.
Oh yeah, he's doing very well in
Mochi's
this game.
Position's just so broken, having
That's
gone
right.
to the blitz.
Mochy has the strong inner board and the racing lead. That's it. But Dirk has the timing advantage. Oh, what about this one? I don't think you want to leave a. That's
You
the
can
choices
hit
that you
and
can.
cover the
I think
nine.
that's the play. I think that's
Yeah.
the play. You're not too scared of getting blitzed. I mean, you're.
3 checkers back, yeah, only 8
The
in the
anger
zone. Can't be
is
too scared.
tremendous,
Oh,
but
look how close that
okay. Just go for a robust priming play. Ah, it's close. It's very
Yeah.
close. I would be tempted here to just hit on the 8 point. That's not the right
I hope
play.
he doesn't find this, yeah.
This is not the right play. This
You can
is
just do so much more. I guess, actually, I would probably, if I had decided that 11 to 9, 13 to 9 was my other option, then maybe I do choose this over it. Doesn't look any stronger.
This is
Yeah.
a very good play. I think this is the play he ends up playing because
Okay, they're like not as far off as I was thinking. The plus we
Yes.
should do out
Yeah.
playing next to him, but
this play is interesting. It's really interesting. Like here, I noticed that Mochy only has 8 checkers in the zone. Good play, Dirk. I like it.
yeah, me too.
I noticed that some of the 5s are highly duplicated, like 5-2 and 5-4, because they make the golden point. So this is a good play. But I mean, the best play was just to stay on the anchor and just play for the robust
I do
prime.
not understand why stacking the 9 was better than making
It's
the 7.
robustness. It's like you have perfect checker distributions to develop and to blitz attack as well. Actually, there's also some blitz value in there.
But meanwhile, you lose your midpoint spare.
Or just
like, there's a
you
lot of
just lose
problems.
a midpoint spare. That's right. That's the
Yeah.
thing. But it's just
And the
efficient.
7's a better point, too.
The 7 is a better point, but now you have like the stack on the 6 point. It's kind of difficult to expand on your structure from that position.
Yeah,
It's just
true,
like a
true.
pattern recognition thing, that the robustness of having 3 on the 9, 3 on the 8, 5 on the 6 is very, very nice and flexible.
4-6 is
All
gonna
of
be a
your
great
rolls
shot
will
from
make
Mochi.
new points next time,
Mm.
essentially, except for 5-1 and 3-2. Oh, another decision for Dirk here.
He could make this 17 instead. That's a very interesting choice.
Oh yes.
Or he can hit loose. He can anchor and hit on the 4.
He's not gonna hit loose on the 4 point. Oh, really? It is the best. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, because you get the anger. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I forgot about that. I think I would lean towards Dirk's play as well. That was a tough one, by the way, and he played it quite fast.
Yeah.
What are the PR rates now? 2.19 for Mochy and 1.46 or something for Dirk.
Good
So
performance for him. He'll be happy
Very
with
good
this, I'm sure.
performance. Yes,
Oh, this is perfect.
Dirk is playing he's back to playing his A game, it seems, on the final day of the matches. Yeah, Mochy just coming out. Nick Blasier coughing a bit. Mochy coming out here for mobility. That's actually a good shot for Dirk here. He gets to play safe and improve on his spare checker distribution.
Gotta be a little more aggressive at this score at this three-way. So
Mochy could be looking for contact plays here.
Yeah.
Something like 13 to 10, 6 to 4. But there is a very, very natural play out here, which is
link
just...
up.
Oh, I was actually thinking about 16, 13, 6 to 4. But linking up... Oh, he's going to be up 3 pips. So the race is close. So, okay, so linking up does make sense.
Mhm.
Mochy is
Well,
not
he's just-
trailing in the race here. Yeah,
He's
that's a good play.
primed now, and now he's
That's a great play. Good play, Mochy.
twos is a great shot.
It's a tremendous shot.
What do we?
The
what's our
rack?
best last two? Yeah,
I think
okay.
it's the rack.
I like this. Yeah.
Here we have strong blitzing potential as well as priming potential.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good play by Dirk. Another good play.
6-5. 6 is easy.
Yeah, now you don't want to leave any shots. This
Yeah.
just turned into a mutual holding
You
game.
can play 6.
Oh,
I
that's
can't find
right.
that
That's a
play.
good play. That's a great play. It's
I
super
probably
ugly.
end up playing 13 to 2 just because I know, like I said, the 6 is easy, but then you don't have a 5.
But the
So, I
Mochy just
mean-
identified the right game plan here.
That's amazing.
You need
yeah.
to go for the race. It doesn't, like purity doesn't really matter much.
That's a
I
great shot.
think it's
4
2
down.
down. 4 down. Yeah, I think it's 4 down.
Yep.
Preserve maximum flexibility. Oh yes, clear
Stick
play.
with it.
Clear play.
6-3. Start 2 points, I guess. And does Mochy have enough? These middling, like Mochy has the 16, Dirk has his 17. Like these weird, like third quadrant kind of holding games just confuse the heck out of me. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on when there's a cube.
It's not quite as standard,
They're so hard.
but I mean, generally speaking, mutual holding games are always no doubles. Like it's difficult to have a big edge in a mutual holding game
Yeah,
just because of the contact of the position.
interesting. This makes the 5.
Is he gonna play completely flexible here? Okay, he goes for a little bit of immediate strength here. He could have
Yeah.
slotted the 4 as well
Yeah.
to maximize racing efficiency and
Not
say
sure I can see how you can pass up making the 5 though, and I don't think
I mean,
Dirk
if-
wants to leave a shot.
it's because
here.
Dirk is stripped in the outfield. Had Dirk had a ton of a ton of spare checkers in the outfield, then you probably just slot the 4 point, and because now you're not going to get any shot in this sequence. But here, with Dirk being stripped, you tend to favor immediate strength because you might get a fly shot.
I don't think he's ever getting a fly shot here. I
No,
think he's
probably
just
not.
Making the ace
It's
all the
probably
time,
still
maybe.
in the next sequence actually. But then you risk not cleaning up next sequence. Oh wow,
Okay.
market loser.
That's a winner.
That is definitely a winner.
Three-way,
Unless... Oh, okay. It's a market loser. Okay. And Mochy gets to claim that that point here, which is worth 10% match winning chances. He goes from 50% to 60% favorite now.
Mm-hmm.
So getting that point here, 1 point, a single point at three-way is not that valuable. It's just 10% match winning chances.
Mm-hmm.
Get the limited edition signed poster by donating $100 in the YouTube Super Chat. Your donations will support the hardworking team who made the UBC a reality. Thank you so much.
If you could get the next one, that would be more valuable. That would be 15% match winning chances, going from 2 away to 1 away, 3 away.
Of course, Dirk's going to be very aggressive with the cube at this sensitive
Oh, yes.
score, especially in gammonish positions. So.
Oh yes, the 3 away, 2 away. Even though there's some
Ooh,
wastage.
Big start.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I think you make 10 and 3.
He's kind of playing semi-gammon go here,
Yeah.
so that he's thinking about making 2 inner points.
5 and
Yeah, it
3.
is right.
Okay.
It's the right
Wow.
thing to do. It's like the match score makes this a clear play. Actually,
Yeah.
I think it's probably close for money, where I think actually
Oh,
it might be
yeah.
the best play still for money to make the 5 and the
I
3.
didn't realize the 21 was open. For some reason, the 5-3, I was thinking he couldn't advance his anchor. So
This is
yeah.
kind of the standard play. That's a mistake by Dirk. I think he should have found this play. I
Yeah.
think he should have found it. I'm very sure that I would have found the best play there. So I think if I can find it, Dirk should be able to find it. Is this a slot and
Well,
split?
there's no safe play. So you
I
gotta
think it's
do
a slot and
something.
split.
Yeah. A reverse split.
Oh, this one. Okay. Duplicating 6s. Very nice. Very nice. I was thinking about the other variation.
Yeah.
The third best play here, but
21
now
and
I
7.
see that yeah, exactly. The duplication of 6s is of course tremendous.
And Dirk's already
Oh,
got
yeah.
a cube to think
Oh
about.
yeah,
of
yes,
course.
it's
yeah.
close.
Yeah. There's going to be some
Again,
swings
it's
on
because of the
here.
match score, but he makes the right decision. Well played, Dirk.
It's very sharp.
Very sharp.
We're about to. I don't think we're hitting
Uh,
anything, are we? We can make the 4. It's tough with like at a Gammon Go kind of score.
You really want to hit. Look how close it is actually. The
Yeah.
hitting and then slotting the 5 is actually a contender.
Nice.
But
I
yeah,
think-
because when you don't hit, you give your Mochy a chance to anchor up, and that would just destroy all his splits and prime
How do you
value.
find this 13 to 9 with it? Why do we want to do that?
I think I could have found that play. It's just like a contact play, and everything else is kind of ugly.
Yeah, but it's. I think the hard part is that
You're gonna get return shots.
he doesn't
and
have
all.
2s anywhere on the board, and you just give him a 2 that he didn't have.
Yeah,
So that's tough to do.
that's right.
4-1. Okay, yeah, this is less threatening. If Deer can find freedom, then we're back to that single checker back kind of game that we were talking about, and he might send a cube
Yes.
there.
Oh, that's a tremendous roll for Mochy. Full
Mochi
freedom,
says that.
mission accomplished.
And this is still a very strong structure for Dirk, though. This is even if Mochi improves this quite a bit, the 10 and the 8 are going to generate a lot of contact, like we talked about before.
Look at the weakness of
And it's
having
gonna
5
look-
checkers on the
yeah.
midpoint here. He can't clear his midpoint.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I think we're gonna see a double next roll for Mochy.
Feels like the take is more
And
clear.
the take point is actually higher than for money here. It's 25% take point. I
These
think
gaps
this.
are just so much contact that I can't
Yeah,
imagine dropping this.
that's
I'm
right.
not even sure about
It's-
the cube. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest. But this is what we
Yeah.
talked about earlier with the 21 point anger.
Yeah.
When the 5 point is open,
Mhm.
then you have much more contact value than you would have for the
Yes.
20 point anger.
I think
Okay.
having the 10 mate is actually kind of a problem for Mochi too. It's not easy to clear all the time.
The 10 is kind of like the pros and cons kind of cancel out with the 9 and the 10 point.
Hmm.
The closer the races, the better the 10 point
I
becomes.
think the 10 is very different from the 9, but having the
It's-
10 generates a take a lot of the time.
It's just that standard holding references that typically,
Hmm.
because it also works as a landing spot, so it's not all bad. You know, there's
Sure,
pros
sure.
and it also works as a little bit of priming
It's not
if
like
he
you
rolls
would
like a double
not
6.
Make it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another little issue with, basically Dirk has the perfect holding game position here as the defensive player because he has good timing, he's pure, he has good front position. Mochi has, okay, he doubles. I understand why he doubles, but it's just short of a double.
Mhm.
Mochi has 3 checkers behind Dirk's anger. I think if he only had 2 checkers behind Dirk's anger, Mochi's flexibility would be slightly higher and it would maybe be a cube.
Hmm.
I think this is a very easy take. But, I mean, it could be that there's a bit of confusion here. Of course, Dirk knows that his take point is higher than for money. That's why he's thinking about it. You know,
Yes.
he's not feeling too confident at the moment. But I really hope that he takes this cube.
Yeah, I think he's going to find it in the contact and assume that he's got better than 25 just on that, you know. Of course, it's not the race at all. It's just, can he bring this home safely?
Yes.
And Mochi's like one roll away from having real problems with bringing this home. He doesn't have that much timing. It's not a good point clearing roll next roll.
Yes.
I think he's already just stripped everywhere.
I don't think he has any point leaving shots, does he? 6-5 is perfect. 6-4.
Yeah, of course he's
6-4 is ugly actually. 6-4 he clears the 7, but that's a very
point, I
destructive
see what you're
move.
saying about point clearing.
6-3 is fine. 6-2 he's gonna clear the midpoint and leave a 5-2 and a 6-1.
Yeah.
5-4 can play 2 from
6-1.
the
That's
2 from the
interesting.
6 point, or even pay now with 5-4. Might be I'm not sure. So I think that's what Dirk is doing now. He's going through
Yeah.
all of Mochi's numbers here. 6-4 is rather ugly.
6-1's no fun.
5-1, 5-2, 5-3. 5-3 clears the mid. 4-3 clears the 10. 4-2. clears the 10.
Yeah, those are both
4
great rolls.
1
You
plays
would love to
6
get
to
rid of
1.
those right now.
3 2 clears the mid. 3 1 plays 6 to 2. 2 1 plays probably. Oh, that's a good take from Dirk. Very good, Dirk. He
So
went
now
through
you
the
talked
numbers
through
like
them
we
all,
did. Yeah.
And what did you establish?
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah, that Mochy actually had some awkward rolls. It wasn't
Oh,
like
yeah.
one of these positions where he had no awkward
Yeah,
rolls. He had
yeah.
awkward rolls, and the gap on the. There are 2 gaps in the structure here.
How many
of
awkward
Mochy.
rolls do you feel like you need?
Oh,
This
that's
is
a
probably 10, 7,
difficult.
and 3 to ace just to try to make the 5. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
it's
good
kind of
play.
weird play.
It's difficult to say how many awkward numbers you need. It's just a multi-variable problem where you're
Yeah.
kind of trying to figure out the
Worst.
tactics, how many awkward numbers and all. You're looking at the structure. Does he have gaps in his front position, the offensive player? When you're evaluating the contact value,
Not
You-
his best.
the
Maybe
race
the
as well.
2-point.
You know, the race. There's some race value in it as well.
I think
for
this
Dirk.
makes the 2-point. You want to keep a 6, right?
He's mainly just thinking about flexibility here.
This is interesting.
It makes sense also to play 7 to 3 because you start the clearing of a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I guess all of his 6s must play.
Are we gonna see a running play here? I think the 5 needs to come out. He doesn't have to worry about
Wow.
back
Well, if you come out, why
gammons
not
here.
play 6 to 2 with
That's
it?
right. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Maybe we can get Hussein to check the running play as well.
That's scary though. 6-2, 6
I
1
would-
is your best.
I would play out and play 6 to 2. That would
6-1,
probably.
5-1 is probably what I find here. But
Oh yeah, the 2 from the 6 point, that which seems to be the best move on XG Plus, is a little bit weird.
there
But
is
I
some
think-
race here too.
I think Dirk just makes this move and then he counts the pips, just
But
to
there's
see.
so
what-
many like gainers here, of course. Like deuces play really nice when they hit and continue. There's enough that you're sad about. Of course, there can't be.
Oh, Dirk is making a small mistake. The PR race is so close. Dirk is at a 1.5. He's probably gonna go to like a 1.7 now or something.
So
Oh, perfect roll for Mochy.
Yeah, I think you're happy to leave the 4.
Perfect
5,
roll
3.
for Mochy. But the thing is that Dirk. Oh, 6-4. That's a good roll.
Great
He
shot.
stays in the race.
Yeah.
And Dirk really needs to have the 2-point win here to stay in.
Yes.
It's a huge
Yeah.
swing. Oh, that's a pick and pass. 100%. Stealing race equity from Dirk.
He's
Oh,
giving up
that's
so
a
much
bad-
contact now. It's bad to be on the roof right now, but
Yes.
the contact's gonna last. Now, like again, probably we played 10 to 3, and you have to
Huh.
leave some fly shots. to get 'em.
I think you can do it because of the 2 blots and Dirk's inner board.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for those 2 blots, I think you would have to play safe here
look
and
how
play.
close this is.
Oh yeah, it's very close. But it is the deciding factor that you have the 2
Yeah.
blots there. So you're gonna get at least a single shot from the bar. If he, oh no, you're gonna get a double shot. Sorry, no, not with double 5. A double 5, you're not gonna get a double shot. But with 6-4, you're gonna get a double shot. Dirk enters
4-1.
with a 4.
Great
Okay,
shot.
very good shot. What's the race here? He's gonna be down 14 pips. It's not a lot of race value, but it's not impossible either.
Okay.
Pick
You're
and
gonna
pass.
postpone. Oh, you think so? I was
I-
just cleaning up. I think 10-7, 3-2.
I think we
pick
need
and
to
pass is
pick
some
and
shots.
pass.
10-6 is even better. Yeah.
But
Okay.
you really have to go through the numbers here, and Mochy is going to do it. He's going to look at the non-hitting play and
Well, the
evaluate
pick and pass
his.
is 5-2, 4-3, 5-5, 4-6. But if it's just those are almost all winners, and that's a lot to give up. you
That's
know.
right. Very
Yeah.
good play from Mochy.
6-5. Yeah.
But it's a tactical play. You have to go through the numbers there, and that's what
then
Mochy did.
When you do it, you're not done either.
Yeah, you have to evaluate the racing chances of the passive play as well.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not what I was saying, but yeah, truth.
Okay.
I'm saying after there's 2 blots in the outfield, he might not get them both to safety after that, and you might leave more fly shots.
Oh, yeah.
And then Dirk can still enter on the 4 and give him problems with the 6
Yeah.
point. So,
Oh, double 5 for
Yeah.
Mochy.
yeah.
What a tremendous roll. Dirk was catching up. And then a 5-4 for Dirk.
Fortunately, the
4-1.
distribution is costing Mochy, so Dirk's still in
Dirk
this.
needs to produce some big numbers here.
Dirk is still a roll ahead if he doesn't miss. Unlikely with the
Yes.
checkers distributed the way they are, but... And Mochy could still miss once more, but it won't affect him. So
Yes.
if he rolls enough 2-1s, that'll help. Oh, great shot, great shot. Okay, Dirk's still doing great in this game. Yeah, what else can there be?
It doesn't matter which one he plays. It's 7 milli points. It's not gonna swing the PRs.
Oh.
So unless Dirk finds an insane blunder here in this very simple position, Dirk is gonna win the PR point.
Yeah, so
in
we're
this
gonna
one.
have a
But
match 9 no matter what.
Yes, we probably will, but we
Yeah,
still
we
need
have
to
to see
verify
it.
it. We
Sure.
still need to roll it through the machinery,
This must
with
be
the
6
XG
to 3,
plus,
right?
and it
Yeah.
could swing since it's so close. But it seems that Dirk has a
Still big favorite, right? Isn't that,
big
or is it
advantage.
47? 47. Okay, so he's not a favorite anymore after double aces. Yeah, makes sense. That's got to be near his worst.
oh yeah.
Ooh, the match win is big.
Dirk could win this thing. Oh, 4-1 is not good.
Nope. And so, well, he's got one more miss that he can afford. But it's getting unlikely that he's going to only miss
Oh.
once more. So he needs a big roll next. 2-1 for
2-1
Mochy.
doesn't matter. It's
Needs
fine.
to dodge the sets, of course, yeah. 6-5
Oh,
is
that's a huge roll.
huge. I think that
Huge
swings him in
roll.
favorite, right?
He
Yeah.
definitely is a big favorite now.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a big roll. Dirk is down to a 2-roll position, and so is Mochy. Dirk is like a 86% favorite here or something like this. Oh,
Okay, no longer a favorite.
oh that was a
17 rolls
bad
if he can
roll.
dodge the double twos or better here.
Favorite, that was a
I
little bit
can't
too
handle
high.
it.
Oh,
and he does
double
it.
Oh,
And
that's
so we're going to have to go
Oh,
to the evaluation. He's got at
Yes.
least his 12th match point.
yes.
But possibility that he's earned the 13th PR point here, but most likely that's going to go to Dirk, and we're going to go on to a match 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Dirk
And
gets to grind down his average PR. This was a
Yeah.
beautiful performance
great
by Dirk.
performance. Yeah, great to see it too. Not trivial decisions along the way either. So good stuff. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, that makes me happy to see that Dirk is back in his A game. So, and we
Yeah.
get to see more matches. Hopefully, I mean, I'm
think
cheering
so.
for Dirk to win this PR point. I'm sorry. I want to see more matches. It's so entertaining to see these two grandmasters
Yeah.
go at it.
So it'd be pretty
Um,
spectacular with 12 points for Mochy for Dirk to somehow also grind down to under Mochy's average PR and win the tiebreaker. So near decided, but I think we get to see some more play. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we're probably going to see one more match. And a big thanks again, shout out to our sponsors here with FM Gammon and Backgammon Galaxy and the WoW Hotel. I hope you like the ads that we're showing. We have so many cool stuff coming up. The mobile app for Backgammon Galaxy, the long-awaited version 2 of Backgammon Galaxy is almost there. And so a couple of new cool books. We got the Holding Game Guru. We got to talk a little bit about that today. We've got the Siska method. We got some surprises we haven't shared with you guys, but probably before Christmas we're gonna have some more surprises for you guys. We saw the new beautiful Void board.
Yeah.
For the first time we presented this board to the world, so I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. And see you guys tomorrow. And stay tuned for the UBC Grandmaster analysis with
Yeah.
Grandmaster Mochy.
Those have been great. I'm excited.
Yes, very cool. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you, Nick.
Bye, everybody.
Are you ready to roll the dice? Now it's time of UBC Grandmaster analysis. I picked up 2 positions from today's match between Mochy and Dirk. Before that, I'm gonna just show you my latest book, Backchecker Strategy. Okay. So this position came from the first game. The score is 0-0. White checker is on the board, and white has advanced anchor and the deuce point. Blue made a strong structure like this. Okay, here white wrote double ace from the board. How do you play this double ace? I think there are multiple options. It's not easy. Of course, Mochy took a long time over the board. So first, white have to come in, that's for sure. After that, what do? You can make the golden point, which is the opponent 5-point anchor, or you can advance these 2 checkers to the 23 point. Of course, everybody is happy to make the 5 point, or maybe switch to the power point? Wow, lots of options. What do you do? Okay, actually, white is playing a back game. And what kind of anchor is the ideal? If white choose this, 1-5 back game is actually pretty weak. We should avoid that. Contrary, 2-4 back game is very strong. So let's do that. And about the last one, of course, we slot on the 5 point, which is the most important point. So this is the best play, which Mochy chose over the board. Do you like it? Okay, then we move to the second position. Now it's a bearing off. The score is 1-0 for white, which is Mochy. White structure is like this. And blue is a favorite. Blue has only 6 checkers left. I'm gonna say blue is winning the game. Of course, the cube is turned. And here, white wrote 5-2. So how do you play this dice? Is it easy for you? White has to take 1 checker off. It's no doubt. Then, how do you play a 2? Usually, we want to have a diversified checkers like this. It is a common play. However, this is a special occasion. Blue is winning the game. Blue has only 6 checkers left. He will finish maybe mostly in 4 rows. That means white has to finish in 3 rows to win this game. To do that, white has to roll a big double. So this is the best play. Now, double 4 works very well. If white rolls double 4, white will become the favorite. If white plays normally like this, then double 4 doesn't help white. That's why this 2, 6-4, is the best play. Okay, so today I showed you 2 positions from the match. The concepts are totally different, but you need to observe the whole situation of the board and should make the decision. Do you like it? Did you get it? Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching this video. Did you smash that like button? Remember to subscribe and click on the notification bell to not miss out on future videos. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and my personal Instagram, Marc Olsen 10. And see you in the next video.
The UBC is produced by Backgammon Galaxy. Play among the stars.